almost live on Facebook. Going live on Facebook. Okay, if you can see this, go ahead and leave some comments. We're trying to get Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook all live at the same time because we have some exciting news. So go ahead, give me a thumbs up if you can see this video, if it's working for you. Let me know if the sound is working for you as well. Is YouTube working?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like we're up on all 3 channels. Awesome. Okay, guys, I have something so exciting to share with you guys today. Look at my brand new friend. This is Cricut Joy, and it released today, this morning. So we are gonna talk all about this machine, how it's different, what's new. I will tell you everything that you wanna know. If you have questions, go ahead, throw them in the comments because I wanna make sure that I am getting to all of those questions, but I'm just gonna do my run through, let you know all about this. So I found out about this machine a few weeks ago. I got to go to Cricut headquarters and I got to test it out, and I've had it for a few weeks, so I've been playing with it secretly in my craft room. I've been so worried. I've been like hiding it every day, and I really love it, and here's why. So this is called Joy. This is Cricut Joy, and it's a miniature sized cutting machine. So if you are familiar with Cricut machines, you know what the Maker and the Explorer Air 2 look like, and then this is like the little baby, right? So what this is great for is there's a few different things. If you love to make cards, it is so great for cards because really easy. It cuts cards out for you, and Cricut just released a card pack to go with it. Here, let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see everything. I'm trying to show it to Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So let me know if you can't see something or if it's getting cut off. Just go ahead and let me know. Really nice for card making. So if you love to make cards, it is like perfect for that. What I think of when I am using my Joy is it's small enough that it can fit on your kitchen counter or maybe your dining room table, and it's cute enough that you can actually display it in your house because look how cute it is. Like, they really went above and beyond with the design, making it beautiful, making it appealing so that you actually want to display it, and it's small enough that it literally can go anywhere with you. So what I love about that is it's perfect for last minute projects. So say yesterday, my daughter says to me, she's like, "Hey, Mommy, it's my teacher's birthday today." And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's her birthday? What am I supposed to do? I have nothing. So I just grab my machine, I grab a card, and I grab my mat, insert it, and it does all the hard work for me. I have a card ready within 5 minutes, which is amazing. The nice thing is also, you guys have begged and begged for this. This machine features matless cutting, which I feel like is so exciting because we can finally cut without a mat. And how Cricut did that was they created smart materials. Oh, that one's not smart. These are smart materials. So it will say on the packaging on the very top, smart. That's how you know it's a smart material. And what a smart material looks like. I'm going to do this one so we can see, because you won't be able to see with the white. Do we have any questions coming in? My sweet friend Lindsay is here helping me out, so she's going to read our questions. If you have a question, go ahead and let me know. Also, there is a giveaway for a Cricut Joy, so go ahead and leave a comment so you're entered and share this video.
So a bunch of hellos right here.
Lots of hellos. Hello, everyone. Tell me also, where are you tuning in from? Is anyone attending the Cricut launch today? It is in Lehigh, Utah. Okay. Let's see, any questions?
No questions, lots of pies.
Someone says they love the machine. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. It's the cutest color ever. I am obsessed with how it turned out and how small and easy it is to use. I think it's really great, especially if you are a beginner crafter, or maybe you don't even consider yourself to be a crafter. Maybe you feel like the Maker or the Explorer Air 2 was intimidating. Then this is a great machine to start out with because it's so user-friendly. It's not going to take up a ton of space. It just fits like right on your kitchen counter. This is the smart material that I was talking about.
Questions.
Oh,
Do you
questions.
know if it's going to be available in other colors?
Right now, this is the only color that it's available in. I don't know if they'll come out with more. We know that with the Maker, they came out with more after the launch, so we can hope.
And then are they available to purchase right now?
They are not available to purchase right now, so that's important. I want to make sure we understand. It is available to purchase on March 1st worldwide, and it will be releasing on all craft store retailers. But it is not available yet, but the listings are live on Cricut.com. So if you want to go check out the materials, scope out the prices, you can save your money for the release. you can do that. Everything is live. It will say out of stock. It's not actually out of stock. It just hasn't released yet. But it is nice. You can kind of scope things out.
And then largest size it can make.
The largest size that it can cut is 4.5 inches wide. And then the longest it can cut, I think, is 20 feet, which is huge. Like, that is a huge, huge amount. This one's 48 inches. So it can really do something really long. Now, I want to talk about this. So I feel like when you see the mat, you can work without a mat too, but this gives you an idea of what it cuts. It cuts this wide, 4.5 inches. I think you can still do larger scale projects with this, even though it only cuts 4.5 inches wide. Because a lot of times, even when you're doing shirts or vinyl, you're not cutting that wide, but you have length. So something to keep in mind. This, let's see. Someone says she's homesick today. Thinking of fun things to make for the classroom. I saw the cutest ABC. It was the whole alphabet sign, and they cut it through one continuous length, and it was so cute. I was so impressed with what it was able to do. We have a question. Is the Joy compatible with Maker blades? That's a really great question. The Joy is not compatible with Maker blades. The Joy does not have the same adaptive tool system that the Maker has, and it really isn't meant to put as much pressure out as the Maker, which is why you'll notice that we only have these two mats, not the purple one. So it's more for easier projects like creating labels, cards, vinyl, iron-on, those types of things.
Will it be available on Amazon?
Will it be available on Amazon? Probably.
And then when does it open in the UK? Like
when does it open in the UK? So March 1st is actually the global launch date for everyone, which is pretty neat. It's launching at the same time everywhere. Is it user-friendly for someone who has never used a Cricut? Cami, that's a really great question. And yes, it is really user-friendly. So you will notice this machine, what's different is that it doesn't have any buttons. So on our Explorer Air 2, we have a dial that you have to turn, and you have an insert and unload, and you have a go button. There's multiple buttons, which can be a little bit confusing. With this, everything is run from your downloadable app, which is Design Space. So you can grab your phone and you can design while you're in the kitchen. Like I said, it's the morning of and you need a birthday card, grab your phone, grab this and a packet, and you can get to work. It's so easy.
Is it USB or Bluetooth?
It's Bluetooth. Okay. And then let's see. Well, I'm ready for mine. Do they know the price yet? The price is $179. Something to keep in mind that I always tell people is that if you have Cricut Access, you can save an additional 10% on your machine purchase as well as your materials. So if you're planning on purchasing it, I would sign up for Cricut Access. I think it's like $9.99 a month. And then purchase your materials as well, and you'll save a good amount of money on that. Will you have to buy special blades? It has its own blade. So this is the Cricut Joy blade. It comes with a housing. It's a fine tip blade, and it is just for this machine. It doesn't work with the Explorer Air 2 or the Maker. It's a little bit different sized, so you will want to get this blade. There are no other blades as of right now, so that's also something to keep in mind. And this is where the blade goes, is right down here, which also holds your pen. Let's see if I have a pen.
Since it's matless, can you use other brands of vinyl with it during the matless?
That's a good question. So someone asked, since it's matless, can you use other brands of vinyl? Right now, Cricut is suggesting that you use their types of vinyls, their smart materials. What's different about the smart materials, sorry, I was gonna tell you about this like 10 minutes ago, but we always have lots of questions. So this is a smart material. What's different about this than standard vinyl is that it has a thicker backing than what we're used to, which allows the Cricut Joy to pull this material through and cut without a problem and write on it, just because this is a little bit thicker. You'll also notice it has a little side where there isn't any material, and that's because it's kind of treating it like it's a mat, so it's not going to cut from edge to edge. Do we have any other questions?
Does it cut fabric?
Does it cut fabric? No, it does not cut fabric.
And then
Unless it was maybe backed. It would need to be backed.
does it come with infusible pens?
Does it come with infusible pens? It does. There are a ton of infusible pens that are available to go with this machine, which is pretty fun. They're a little bit different sized than the previous infusible ink pens, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna see, Lindsay, do we have any infusible pens over on our table? I'm gonna have Lindsay grab us some of those so I can show you, because there's something that is a little bit different. So when you're using your Explore Air 2 or your Maker and you put a pen in, remember you're always pushing down until it clicks. This one's a little bit different. You don't want to push it down until it clicks, or you're probably going to break it. You just gently set it in there and close it and it's good to go, which is a little bit different than what we're used to. Don't jam your pen in. It doesn't need to happen. So these are some examples of the pens. You'll notice they're a little bit wider than what we're used to. Okay, more questions. Can you only use smart materials? No, you can use normal materials. So I think people were a little nervous that you had to stay with the smart materials that Cricut was releasing. You don't. You can use the materials that you want. So say you have an Explore Air 2 and a Maker maybe, and you have a bunch of scraps. So great for scraps. Just use your light grit mat. You can put your scraps on here and use them. So that's an option as well. Are you able to cut other vinyl down and use that without the mat to cut? From my understanding, you need the smart material to cut matless. You could always try it out, but I have not tried that out myself. Okay, so someone said, this is something I want to talk about as well. Someone said it's too expensive, could buy a second new full-size machine for that. I think a lot of people are thinking because it's small, it should be a lot less money, and that's not necessarily true. So examples of that are phones. We get these teeny tiny phones and they cost more. And it's because making something smaller doesn't always necessarily mean that it's cheaper to make. A lot of times it's more expensive to create something that's smaller because the parts are harder to make because they're more intricate and detailed. So keep that in mind. Just because it's smaller doesn't mean it's cheaper. I think it is at a good price point, and I think having that Cricut Access will help bring that price point down a little bit. And it also has some new technology that we haven't seen with the Maker or the Explore Air 2, and that's worth something as well. So what we didn't talk about is when you feed this material in, there underneath are little rollers that pull your material in. There is a little sensor. What the sensor does is it is able to measure just how long your material is. So what it's going to do is it's going to check design space and say, okay, Kimberly wants to make this image that's 19 feet long. It's going to measure your entire length of vinyl or whatever smart material you're using, and it's going to say, do we have enough of this material? And if yes, it will proceed to cutting, and if no, it will let you know, no, we can't do this, which is nice because then you don't have to run the risk of cutting half of your project and finding out that you didn't have as much material as you thought you did. So that's a new technology on this machine that we don't have on the other machines. Also, as you're inserting your material, Cricut Joy is able to straighten the material that you're putting into the machine, which is nice because with a mat, it's pretty easy to get things in straight, but if you're going matless, sometimes it can get a little bit crooked. It's actually going to self-correct for you, which is really nice. Let's see.
They want to hear the price again.
The price is $179. Okay. What other can you use the engraving tool? The Maker tools are not compatible with this machine. It has its own ecosystem of tools, pens, its own cutting blade. So no, that is not. Let's see, what other questions do we have? OC Vintage Charm says that's a great feature. We have all cut things wrong and wasted material. So true, so true. I've done it before. Will there be a bundle package? There are some bundle packages coming, and that's all I can say. Let's see.
$179, not pounds.
Oh, $179 US. I'm not sure how that works out. Let's see. Any other questions that you want me to answer? Oh no, I'm probably gonna end up buying one. Yep, Genevieve, you're probably gonna end up buying one. It's a really, really neat machine, especially if you're starting out. But if you have a Maker, I feel like it still has a place in your home in that the Maker is fairly heavy and it's meant for bigger, denser projects. And And sometimes it can be like a little much to get out if you don't have a craft room where it's already set up. So this is nice because it will literally live in my kitchen. I just have a little spot in the kitchen for it. And it's just so nice for those last minute projects. And maybe you just went to the grocery store and you came home and you're like, I need to label my pantry because I don't know where this new thing goes that I got. I've been using it to label my pantry and it's really, really nice, which reminds me. Let's see if we have, do we have some of the Smart Label over there? It's in a white. I want to talk about Smart Label. Did you find it? Okay, we're looking for that material because I think you guys are really gonna love this. Oh, we found it. Thank you, Lindsay. Okay, this is Smart Label. Probably one of the things that I am the most excited about with this product is Smart Label, and what it is it's a smart material, so it has that thicker backing, so you don't need a backing, you don't need a mat, and also it is a writable vinyl, which is really neat. So it's compatible with Cricut's pens, so you just put it into your machine. It writes, oh, Lindsay has an little, here's our example. It writes and it doesn't smear. Like, it's washable. I was so impressed by that when I tried it out at the event because I was like, oh, for sure that's gonna smear. There's no way. But it doesn't smear. It works with Cricut's pen. They designed the technology so that it just holds on and absorbs that ink, and it can be washed gently, obviously. Let's see, what other questions? When will, we had another question. When will it be available in the UK? March 1st, everywhere. It's a global launch.
Can you emboss?
Can you emboss? No. So for those other maker tools, you're gonna stick with the maker. Let's see, can you print on the Smart Label? That's a good question, and I'm not sure that it's compatible. I would have to find out.
And then again, if there are any other colors.
Any other colors? Nope, this is the only color that has been released, but like I said, we can speculate on whether or not more colors will come just based on what we've seen with the Explorer Air 2 and the Maker. I'm kind of hoping for pink, but I don't know anything. Let's see. What is the power source? It does have a plug on the back, so just a simple plug. It's really nice that there's not a ton of plugs or buttons on this. It's very seamless, and everything is going to be run again from your Design Space app.
Will the fine point blade replacements fit in the Cricut Joy housing?
Well, no, it is a different blade entirely. This is the blade, and it's just different.
And then same thing with Cricut pens.
Cricut pens, no. So your materials that were used with the Maker and the Explorer Air 2 will stay with those machines. This has its own ecosystem of both pens and tools that are compatible with it. And that's just because this is a little bit, it's sized differently. That's just how it is. Let's see. Someone says, I brag about you at Joann's where I work all the time. Oh my gosh, you're sweet. Oh, so sweet. Is it Bluetooth? Yes, you can connect to the app via Bluetooth. Demo. Yes, we can totally do a demo. Great question. Do we want to see Smart Label or do we want to see cards? Go ahead and let me know. Also, there is a giveaway if you comment. So go ahead and comment. I've teamed up with a few other bloggers today, and we're going to be going live and sharing videos all day long. And if you comment, you will be entered into our giveaway for a Joy. And that will happen if you win. It will just be sent out after March 1st. Let's see, we had a question. Does it have a USB plug? No, it does not. Everything is Bluetooth. But remember, you can connect Bluetooth from your iPad, your tablet, your phone, your computer. I learned about the computer recently, which I feel so silly that I hadn't connected via Bluetooth before that.
Is it compatible with both Android and iPhone?
Yes, compatible with Android as well.
And then
okay,
someone says Smart Label here.
Smart Label. Smart Label. Okay, we're getting a lot of votes for Smart Label. Smart Label it is. Let me pull up Design Space on my computer because I had to use my phone, my husband's phone, my sweet videographer's phone. So, give me just a second. Normally I would just use it on the app. I feel like it is so easy to use this with the app because it's so small and your phone's small, and it just makes everything so simple. Okay, give me a second to pull up Design Space. And then if there's any other questions, you can go ahead and read those to me, or go ahead and put your comments down below so I can answer them. Oh, and don't forget, if you're watching this, go ahead and share this video. That way your friends can find out about this and we can share the news of Cricut Joy. Let's see. I just got a new computer, so I'm figuring out where everything's at. Do you have any comments over there? Lots of people saying they want to see the smart label. Let's see. Sarah says, first time watching you, just bought my maker the other day. Sarah, I am so excited for you. You are going to love that. It's a great machine.
Does it work with the Memory Keeper's foil quill?
Not that I know of.
Does it work well with Androids again?
It does work with Androids, yes. Cricut Design Space is compatible completely with Android. Okay, so I am pulling up my Design Space canvas. Let me just make this a little bit larger so you can see it. I'm gonna customize it. So I went to my pantry and I looked at every single thing that I had, and I made a label for every single thing, and then I have the boxes just like the applesauce that I showed you. I bought those boxes for everything in my pantry. So I have been working on this for a while.
Are there going to be Joy-specific projects in Access? Or is it
Joy-specific projects, that's a great question, and yes, there are. So after the labels, we will do the card demonstration, and there are specific card cuts that are available for us, which is really neat. I'm so excited to tell you guys about the cards. I feel like it's like the underrated product, and then once you do it, you're like, I love this. I want to make cards all the time. I have never wanted to make a card before. And after they showed it to me at the launch event, I was like, this is so neat. I get it now. I get the card thing. Okay, I am going to attach this real quick and make it. Give me just a second. Do we have any other questions I can answer well?
What were the size of mats again?
The size of the mat. So we have the strong grip, which is, let's see, 6.5 by 4.5 is what it cuts. So remember, always keep in mind 4.5, I think 4.5 is what it cuts widthwise, and then length, it can cut up to 20 feet.
Will it be able to cut glitter HTV?
Yes.
Yes for glitter.
So it can still cut all of your regular materials. If it doesn't have this smart backing, you're just going to want to put it on a mat. Okay, so I am in Design Space. I kind of want to give you guys a little peek because it's going to be a little bit different than working with your Explorer 2 or your Maker because there are some new options. So first off, you're going to select that you're working with your Joy machine. And then over here, it might be a little hard to see, but I'm just going to tell you about it. Over here, it's going to ask you the type of mat that you're putting in. It's going to say, are you putting in a card mat? Are you putting in a normal mat? Or are you going matless? So you need to select that. That's important. It tells the machine how much pressure to apply and how to cut. So right here, I am going to say no mat because I'm using the smart vinyl and I do not need a mat for that. Also, this wants to cut all things. I only want you to cut one thing. Give me just a second. Okay, so make it, I am going with no mat and continue. Oh, something to keep in mind too is when it's pulling your material in, you will have a little section on the very top that it won't cut. So kind of like your mat where you have this little extra section above here that doesn't get cut. It's going to do the same thing with your materials. And let's connect.
And this is the new Cricut launch today, correct?
This is the launch today. Again, if you're tuning in right now, this will be available on March 1st globally. It's not available yet, so this is like a little sneak peek. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, I think I linked to Cricut.com where you can see all the products and you can kind of peek at everything, get an idea of what's coming out, and you can plan your projects. You can decide what you want, what you're going to order just ahead of time.
How much do replacement mats cost?
I'm not positive on the price of the mats. Again, I would go to Cricut.com and pull those up. I know everything looks like it has sale prices on it, so I'm guessing when it releases, things will be discounted, which is exciting. So I'd probably get it the moment it releases. And then again, use your Cricut Access. If you're not already using Cricut Access, first off, it gives you access to thousands of images. I think it's 100,000 images right now. Thousands of fonts for free. And you can also save 10% on any purchase, including your machines, which is pretty cool.
Does it have the extra 0.25 inches around all edges when cutting?
Yes. I believe it's 0.2. But there definitely is a, here, let's see.
There's an edge.
There definitely is a little bit of room on the side. Okay, I'm trying to connect this to Bluetooth. Sorry, guys. It's hard to think all these things. Okay, connect to Joy. It's thinking about it. Okay, what questions do we have while I'm getting everything connected? Okay, so a good question. Do you know if it's worth buying versus getting the maker? Okay, I have a really very thorough post that explains the differences between the Explorer Air 2 and the maker, and I have a new one that's going to explain the differences between all three, because there are a lot of differences, and I really think it depends on you individually, what you want to create, what types of materials you like to work with. It's really going to depend on you. So I can't give you a straight answer like, oh, you should buy this one. If you tell me what types of materials you like to work with and what you're creating with, then I can give you a better idea.
Any buttons? No.
No buttons. Nope, it's completely controlled from the app. Okay, we're gonna pull up Cricut Design Space. Selected. Sorry guys, I should have had all of this ready this morning, but my sweet babysitter got sick with the flu. Kind of threw us for a loop. That's life though. Where do you shop at? You always have such beautiful dresses and outfits. That is so sweet of you to say. Thank you. I believe this was Macy's or Nordstrom's. That's usually my two go-tos. Let's see. Someone says, cute but not for me, and that's totally okay. I think that's the nice thing about having the 3 different machines to choose from, is you can find what is going to fit you, your personality, your crafting style, and you can choose that machine.
Is there a scoring blade available with the Joy? I
don't think there's a scoring blade. Well, a scoring tool. There would not be a blade. The only blade that they have released is the fine point. Does this make heat transfers? Sorry, Terry. You can definitely cut HTV on this. Holly says, how much is it? It is $179.
Are they going to come up with new storage for the new size vinyl?
New storage for
the new vinyl sizes.
Storage? I don't think they have storage right now. Like the packaging, this is what it looks like. Okay, it would help if I plugged this in. It's plugged in now.
Is there a pre-order?
Is there a pre-order? I don't believe there is a pre-order. I think it will just launch on the 1st. I wish they would make vinyl like this for the maker where you don't need a mat. Like I said, this has technology with the matless cutting that the maker doesn't have, but now that this technology is out there, we can hope that it will come out with another machine. We'll have to just wait and see. Denise, hello, my sweet friend. This is in the UK, so global launch March 1st, $179 US. I'm not sure how that converts.
Do you choose your material when cutting like you do with the marker, with the maker? You
do choose your material still, so it's the same exact way. There's just an extra step where you're choosing whether you're using a mat, no mat, or the card mat.
Are you able to cut vinyl on a washi setting?
I'm not sure about that, but probably still. Okay, so I am selecting within Design Space. I'm finding my Smart Label Writable Vinyl. You'll notice that there's new materials popping up in here to go with this machine. So what this is going to do is just walk you through everything. And remember, we are sharing this clamp with both our pen as well as our fine point blade. So we are going to have to switch them. So first off, it says, of course I don't know where my black pen went, but we'll use gray. So first off, it says load tools and materials. So I am loading my little pen. Remember, you don't have to shove this one down. Originally with the Maker and the Explorer 2, you kind of have to push it until it clicks. This one, you're just going to gently place it inside. Don't break it, please.
Can you do tumbler decals?
You can do tumbler decals, yes. So for the most part, your materials that you were able to cut on the Explorer 2, you can probably cut on here as well. just nothing that's really dense or would need a lot of force. Okay, I want to know, how would you guys use this machine? What ideas or projects are you most excited about? What feels like, what things are you like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to try that?
Can you address that it says sold out on the website?
Can you address that it says sold out?
Oh,
So it
what
says
else is
sold
it?
out, which I think is misleading to people. It is just not available yet. It's not that it's sold out. It will launch on March 1st. I like that they put things up ahead of time. That way you have a little bit of time to plan, research, figure out which materials you want, budget for your new machine. So it will be up there for a little while. Let's see. Simply Edge says, this is my best friend. Will they have this displayed at the Cricut open house today? Will they show us a bunch of fun things it can do there? So yes, if you are local, so I'm in Utah, if you are close to Lehi, Utah, that is where the open house is today. It is from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you want to RSVP, you can find that on Facebook. Just search Cricut event, Cricut open house, and you should be able to find it. Just suck that right in. I'm still getting used to this because when you put it in, it really will just roll it in for you. Okay, if you want to go to that, they are going to have make and takes, which is exciting because with the infusable ink launch, we kind of got to go and just watch them do it. But this time, the feedback I think from us as people, I guess, was that we just wanted to be able to get our hands on the product and actually work with it. So there are make and takes, which is exciting. If you're free from 3 to 7, I would totally show up. It's a free event. It's open to the public. You don't have to be a blogger or anyone to go. So super fun. I'll be there. If you're there, make sure to find me and say hello because I always love meeting new people. Okay, this one's ready. Let's see. Pressure, default, click, go. So again, you'll notice I haven't had to touch my machine at all. It's going to do all of that for me. So right now I have my pen in. I have my fine point blade right here, which I'm going to switch. And it is drawing for me. I am so excited about this feature. Mostly this material, the writable vinyl, because it's great. I'm so excited. Okay. Cece says she would use it for cards. That would be so fun. For the smart label, what size of roll of material did you get? This is what Cricut sent me. It is 5.5 inches wide by 48 inches long. I do know that they're going to have different sizings of lengths available, so I have some over on that table. Lindsay, can you see if there's like a larger package? Oh, I think it's that black one. Yeah, so there are different lengths available. So this is a 20-foot roll. Like I was saying, that's the largest that it can cut versus having one that's 48 inches. So you can see the difference in size, which is nice because if you have a really big project you want to work on and you want to just do it in one seamless cut, it's nice to be able to have that really long vinyl. Okay, so it has drawn for us. Can everybody see this? Maybe I'll just bring it a little bit closer for you guys. Let's see. Holly says Joy mats are on sale. Hopefully they will be on sale March 1st. I probably will be. Let's go ahead and press go. Oh, no, I'm gonna switch this out. It says install fine point blade. So we got to switch it real quick. We're good to go. Now I'm going to press go. And again, if you're doing this from your phone, it's like 10 times easier, I feel like, than having a computer out. But my phones are all doing our lives for us. So now we are cutting 100%. And now I'm going to hit unload and it's going to eject my material. So that was super, super easy. I can just peel this material off. I can get my fingernails under there. You could use transfer tape if you wanted, but let's see. Yeah, you want to bring that over? We're gonna double this. Okay, so I would just, obviously if I wasn't on camera, I would make sure it was straight, but I'm trying to show you guys. Does that look straight to you?
Sure.
Okay, so you would put it on. If you wanted, you can use your little scraper tool to push all your little bubbles out, but so easy. It's gonna be backwards for you guys, sorry. But that's how easy it is. You could redo your whole pantry in a day and have everything labeled, which is so exciting. I love throwing labels on everything. That's actually why I got my Cricut to start with. And this is just so much easier than having to put it on a mat, peel it away from the mat. We just eliminated 2 steps, which is awesome.
So what's everything that will have to be bought in order to use the Joy?
In order to use the Joy, what you will need to purchase. So let's see. Let's talk about what comes in the box. Okay. So inside your box, this is $179. Again, remember you can use your Cricut Access and get 10% off. But inside will be your Cricut machine, your blade, and housing. So it looks like this, but it comes already installed with your machine. You'll also get a fine point pen. Mine is around here somewhere, but it looks just like the one we just used. Looks like this, but black. We also have a welcome card, your power adapter, which is what we've plugged in, a free trial membership to Cricut Access, which is so great. If you don't have Cricut Access and you get a free trial membership, make sure you use it. I love, love, love using my Access. Also, 50 ready-to-make projects online and materials for a practice cut. What you need to use this is a computer or a mobile device with your downloaded design space. So that's what comes with it. So if you wanted to just create right away, you could grab a smart material and you could insert it and you could get cutting right away or drawing.
My daughter wants to make custom vinyl stencils to paint. Can it do that?
Yes. Let's see, what other questions? Go ahead and let me know those questions. If I didn't respond to your question, drop it in the comments again. It's probably that I just didn't see it. I'm doing my best to check all of our channels because we're on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Again, we do have a giveaway, so leave a comment below and share this video so you can be entered into that giveaway to win a Cricut Joy.
Do you feel that the Joy cuts faster than the other?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So someone wanted to know, does the Joy cut faster than the other machines? I'm gonna have to do a test on that. So in my next video, maybe, I will line up all of our machines and cut at the same time and just see. I do feel like it cuts fairly fast though.
How heavy is it?
How heavy is it? Maybe a few pounds. I wonder if it says. It's really light. I mean, oh, I did want to show you guys comparison size-wise. Do you see my pink Explorer 2? Okay, Lindsay's gonna grab us my Explorer 2. Also, everyone say thank you to Lindsay because she has saved my day today. Okay. Okay, it looks like we are running out of time on Instagram. Has it really been an hour? I'm chatty today, guys. Okay, if it cuts you off over on Instagram, I'm sorry. Pop over to YouTube or Facebook on Sweet Red Poppy.
We should only be at 37 minutes. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the size comparison. So it is substantially smaller and substantially lighter.
Show this guy.
Let's see.
You can show him.
No. Oh, and then there's a carrying case that goes with it as well. So really it is friendly for on the go. One thing I was thinking of is like if you are a designer and you're redoing a house or something or organizing a project, like you could just throw this in here and go wherever you need to go. You could take this with you to your classroom at school if you wanted to work on a project with your kids or cut things out. It's just so small and easy to use. And guys, this case is adorable. I am all about the cute colors. Okay, when is it available again? March 1st, worldwide. It's coming soon. This is a sneak peek, but it will be out soon. Let's make sure that I covered everything. Okay, we talked about the blades, tools. We talked about using the mats. We talked about matless cutting. We talked about cards. Do you guys want to see an example of a card though? We did not do that.
Yes, some people would like to see cards.
Okay, let me plug this back in. And we're gonna do an example of a card real quick. Yeah, go ahead and press, okay, oh. Are we still on Instagram? Are you guys still live? It was telling me it was gonna cut out and then it decided not to. Okay, so this is brand new. This is a card mat and this has like a million patents on it. Cricut is very proud of this and I am very impressed with it. So what this is actually has, you can see this little slot. I'm gonna make sure everyone gets to see it. Can everyone see this? This is the card mat. And what happens is Cricut created this little package. It's called Insert Cards. And it comes with everything that you need to make a card. So inside of here, let's see. And this comes in a variety of different colors. So if these colors are not your thing, that's okay. There's a ton of different ones. So you have your envelope. You also have your pre-folded card. So just a blank card. And again, it comes in a million colors. And then you also have your insert. And each package comes with a variety of different colors. Usually I think the cards are all the same, but the inserts are different colors. So this one we have, let's see, we have pinks and blues and greens. I think I used all of the lavender already. So this is what we have. So
How many cards in the pack?
how many cards in a pack? We have 12 cards in a pack. It's possible that some of the card packs differ in size or quantity, but I would have to look that up. Again, I haven't even had a chance to look at Cricut.com where everything's online because I've been live. So let's go ahead and work on this. What you're going to do is open up your machine. Let me just pull this up in Design Space. Do we have any other questions I can answer real quick?
Is that mat included in the box or separately?
Is the mat included
The card
in
one.
the box? I believe this is separate. You'll need to buy this.
And then again, it doesn't need specific pens.
Specific pens for this. The pen that comes with your Cricut Joy you can use with your cards. Or you could get other colors. There are a bunch of different color options, so if you want it to look prettier, maybe you don't like black, if you want to go with a color, you can do that as well. Let's see. Give me just a second. I have to sign into a different account to access.
Can you do multicolor vinyl projects?
Yes, totally.
Can you use iron-on?
You can definitely do iron-on still. Yep, all of those basic materials that you've cut with your Maker and your Explorer 2 are still going to work on this. And if you're nervous because you already bought a ton of iron-on or vinyl, you can still use those. You could cut them down to size. You can use scraps. It's all still compatible, but you will need a mat if it's not a smart material.
Then only Bluetooth connectivity, right?
Bluetooth, yes. You can't plug in anymore, but that's okay because any device that you were plugging in with before, you can use Bluetooth with.
And then you can't use pens from other machines with this one, correct?
No, your pens from your other machines are not compatible. I think they're slightly smaller. Sorry guys, this doesn't want to pull up, so give me just a minute. Go ahead and let me know what your questions are while I try to pull this up. Do you see any? Let's see. April says actually been watching but haven't bought any yet. Does it use same software as Maker? So Design Space is the same across the board for all three of your machines. Thank you for sharing. You guys are great. Jessica says she's super excited for the card making kit. I am super excited for the card making kit, and honestly, when they first told me about it, I wasn't that excited because I don't really make cards, but then I made them and I just kept making them. I mean, you guys can see I have a pile of cards. Oh, maybe you can't see. I made a pile of cards.
There we go.
At the event. I'm doing my best.
Cards.
Tons of cards, and it was really fun. I like layered some of the colors. They have a whole Design Space file that's full of different cards that it can cut, and they're really cute. So if you go into Design Space, I think you should be able to see them actually. It looks like if you go into Cricut Access, you can see all of the new cards. So we're just going to select one. I'm going to show you guys. Let's do, I wanted to find one that writes. Oh, this thank you is really cute. It looks like it writes. And the way that you tell if it writes and cuts is you just want to look for what materials you're going to need. So this one is going to say you need your pen. That means it writes as well. So we're going to make that. Okay, important thing to keep in mind. When you are doing the cards, you need to tell the machine that you are using your card mat and what size it is. So it has two different sizes. The size that they've put out is 4.25 by 5.5. So I'm just going to select that. That makes sure that everything is aligned on your card. You don't want it to be off by a little bit.
Do you know how much the card kit costs?
The card kits, that's a great question that we couldn't look up. Who wants to look up on Cricut.com how much the card kits cost? You guys can let me know. So on materials, I am just selecting that I'm using cardstock, pressure, default, and it says load your black pen. So I'm gonna load my pen. Do you see a black pen anywhere? My little ones got into they always get into my pens.
It was over here. It was in the box with the other pens.
In the box.
Like, or the pen box.
Oh, we had a box on the floor. Is it up down there?
Let's see.
You might just have to use gray. That's,
oh.
Well, actually gray won't show up.
Oh, that's brown.
We have gray on gray.
Brown and gray.
We're looking for a black pen.
Yeah, we're looking for it.
I have a 3.5-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and they love to sneak into my craft room and make things. So it's missing. Let's see. Oh, I think we found it.
Got it.
Black pen. Okay, we're good. You guys are being so patient. Thank you. Again, this is a little different. You just drop it in and close it. You don't have to push it in until it clicks. Will Cricut have bundles to buy? I don't know of any bundles that are online right now, but I would assume that in the future there probably will be some bundles because they tend to do that. Is all the information on the Cricut UK site? I think everything is live on Cricut.com right now if you want to go check it out. And I did give you guys a link in the description of this video. If you want to press my link, it will give me an affiliate sale if you happen to buy something through it. It doesn't cost you any extra. It's the same exact price. But that is one of the fun ways that I'm able to support Sweet Red Poppy as a business.
Can any quality cardstock work if cut to proper dimension in the card mat?
Yes.
Oop.
Will you click on that?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, that was my pick up my daughter alarm. Got it. Oh, her husband's got it. You're awesome. Okay, so I have my card. I have my card mat in front of me. Can everyone see my card mat? I want to make sure you can see it. So it has a few different lines. It has our 5.5 line, and then it has a slightly larger one. So you just want to line it up with the very top and fold it over. And then you want to press it down, make sure that it's securely attached to your card mat, and then we are going to insert it.
Does this machine only cut paper and vinyl?
It does cut paper and vinyl. It can cut other things as well. Not as dense as like the Maker or even the Explorer 2. It doesn't have as much pressure, but it can. So iron on as well. Let's see. Oh, some other fun products we have that are new. So we have deluxe paper that has an adhesive backing, which is pretty fun for your cards. That's another option. Okay, so we loaded this, it pulled it in, and it is now, I just have to press go. Any other questions? Yes, again, it's available March 1st. It is not actually sold out. It says sold out online. It's not that it's sold out, it's just that they put it up early and nothing is in stock yet until March 1st.
Looks like Cricut card kits are $6.99.
$6.99 for a Cricut card kit. That is so affordable. I would spend $6.99 at the store on a pre-made card, so I feel like that's doable.
What browser is the best to use with Cricut Space?
I have heard that, let's see, Chrome is the best. I use Safari. I don't know. It's up to you guys. What comes with the Joy? Someone asked, and how much is the Joy? $179, I apologize. It comes with the machine, a blade and housing, fine point pen, standard grip mat, welcome card, power adapter. You also get that free trial of access, and 50 ready to make projects online that you have access to, and a few materials to practice cutting.
And then this is the only color available.
This is the only color available. But we're crossing our fingers that they come out with pink because Sweet Red Poppy needs a pink Joy. Don't you guys think? Let's see. Connie says, can you use your regular HDV and vinyl without the mat? Without the mat, you will need, your regular materials you will need to put on a mat. The reason that Cricut Smart Materials work with this is because they have a thicker backing than normal, so it acts like a mat. You could always test things out, but I don't know how it would go. I'm not encouraging that.
You can operate it with your iPhone, correct?
And you can operate it with your iPhone, your tablet, your computer. Again, there are no buttons you can see. Sorry. It's cutting. It's all from the app, which is nice. Kathy says, is it just for cards? No, not at all. If you were here earlier, we made some labels. I've also made Okay, here's what we did earlier. Here's a label that we made for my pantry. We also made a little baby shirt. So it's still gonna cut those normal Cricut materials that we've been cutting with the other machines. Iron-on, vinyl, paper, all of those. This is done drawing. So it says load your fine point blade. So I'm gonna load that in, and then I'm gonna press go, and it's going to start cutting. Thinking about it. What other questions do we have that I can address? If you still want to see like more videos of how this works, I did upload a full walkthrough, a 10-minute walkthrough. Maybe this is too long for you and you just want to get straight to the basics. You can find that on YouTube. Also on Facebook, I uploaded a little overview of either the smart label or the card. I can't remember which one, but I'll have both of them up soon. So if that's better suited for your viewing style, you can go watch those pre-recorded videos, which are a little bit faster. How many cards can you make with the kit? I believe it's 12. 12, yes. It's possible that some of the card kits have more or less. I'm not positive on that. Let's see. Someone says, I hope they come out with a pink one. Fingers crossed for the pink one. With long cuts, will there be long joy size transfer tape? Yes, I believe there is. My So Bliss wants to know, bonded fabrics. I haven't tried bonded fabrics. I can try that and let you know though. I would hope that it would work. We have another question. Is it available already? No, this is a preview. This is a teaser. I'm sorry to tease you, but it will be available soon. March 1st is when it releases globally everywhere in all craft stores. So, okay, this is telling me that it's done, so I'm ready to unload. Again, you just press the button and it does exactly what it needs to do. Okay, one more reminder, there is a giveaway for a Cricut Joy, which will ship out as soon as it's available. If you want to be entered into that giveaway, go ahead and leave a comment and share this video. And I teamed up with some other bloggers. They will be sharing some content today as well that I will share on Sweet Red Poppy. If you're not already subscribed to Sweet Red Poppy, make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to be covering this for the next few months, letting you know all the things that I'm making with it. And if you happen to have a Maker or an Explorer too, I talk a ton about those machines as well. Okay, we are going to take this off. A little trick when you're taking things off of your mats, you always want to flip your mat over and gently peel the mat away from the material. That prevents it from getting damaged. Okay, I put mine in backwards, but this is what it looks like. I'm gonna put an insert in there really quick so you guys can see a little bit better what it did. So it's so easy. Really, I think it took about 5 minutes to make that card. And that one was probably on the longer end just because I did use the writing feature.
That's so pretty.
This is what it looks like. So cute. What do you guys think about that? Let's see, question. Someone said what the Maker can't do compared to this cutie. This machine features some new technology, which I talked about earlier, but I will explain again. The new technology that this has is that it has a sensor which measures your material and tells you how long your material is and if it's compatible with your design space file. So maybe you made something super long and you thought you had 20 feet of vinyl. Turns out you only had 19 feet. It would let you know you don't have enough material instead of just cutting it and you finding out at the very end that it got chopped off. So that's new, which I'm excited about. The other thing that it does that the Maker and Explorer 2 do not do is it straightens your material. So when you're inserting, if you happen to get off a little bit, it's going to just self-correct, which is really nice. More questions. Sherry says she would love to win one. We'll just leave your comment and share and you'll be entered. April says, will you come organize my craft room? No. I love you guys. I love you so much. But craft room organization takes it out of me, but I love it. I love when my craft room is organized so that I can like mentally be clear. But I have tons of posts online if you want my tips. Let's see, how do you clean your card mat? So just like your other mats, you can clean this. I have my little scraper tool, which is so cute and matches my Joy. And you're just gently going to push those materials away. You don't want to scrape your adhesive material. You're just pushing gently enough to just lift up your cardstock. So And you will need to do that because it leaves a bunch of little pieces behind after you cut. So nice and clean, back to normal. Someone said, how many card designs are there? I was looking the other day and I think I saw around 100. Don't quote me on that number, but there are a lot, which is exciting.
Somebody's brought up how it says out of stock again.
Out of stock. It's not that it's out of stock. Well, it hasn't been stocked yet. It doesn't release until March 1st. So this is a preview, a little teaser. I'm sorry to tease you guys. I'm going to be teasing you until March 1st. But at least when it launches, you'll be prepared to use it and you'll know how to use it. So you can head over to my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel and you can find tutorials on how to use the different smart materials. So I've got your back on that one. Another alarm. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Someone says I definitely would love one for all of my smaller projects. It is so great for smaller projects, but don't be put off by the small size because it can still do larger projects. I mean, it's able to cut 20 feet long, which I think that's insane. When they showed us the example of it cutting that long, I was in awe. And you can also see that Ashish, the CEO of Cricut, went live this morning and he did a few different projects and it was very impressive. So I would go and check that out as well. Victoria says she loves my craft room. You are so sweet. Thank you. Let's see. I like the card mat and cards are so affordable. Yep, definitely affordable. I'm impressed with that.
Then somebody says, how do I win one again?
How do you win one? You leave a comment.
Do they have to share it?
If you're on Facebook, you can share it. If you're not, then don't worry about it. Gabby says, thank you for answering all of these questions. No, thank you guys for watching. I have been so excited to share this with you for the past few weeks, but I've had to keep it all under wraps. Andrea says someday she'll bump up to the newer one. Yes, that will be exciting. Rhonda said she just tuned in. We are actually just about to wrap this up because we covered everything. But the great thing is you can go back and watch this. You can rewatch it. It's going to be on Sweet Red Poppy's Facebook page and my YouTube channel. So you can rewatch the whole thing. You can fast forward if something's not interesting for you. But exciting. Go ahead, leave your comment. That way you're entered to win. And if you have any more questions that I didn't address, just leave them in the comments. I'm going to go back through and answer all of them. And in the meantime, grab that link that I put in the description of this video and go check out all of these products. Figure out what's your favorite, what you want, what you're excited for, and let me know about it because I'm excited to see what you guys want to get. I think that was everything for today. We've covered almost everything. So I'm sure we'll do more lives in the future about this machine and leave those comments so I know what to cover.
And this is a global
launch, March 1st, $179. I think
US.
US and $179 US, but global launch. Denise says you don't need a mat. Yes, it's matless cutting for smart materials. Okay. If you're going to the event today, make sure to find me. I will see you. I'll be there from 3 to 7, and I can't wait. It's going to be so, so fun. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you guys all soon. Okay, make sure you hit post.
Okay, I just pressed end on that. How do I post? Here,
It says end now, yeah.
This one's still going.
Share to story. Oh, sorry, YouTube, we're still live. Okay, we're trying to...
Just everything needs to be turned off.
Okay, thank you, YouTube friends, for watching. We'll see you soon.
Okay.